Yo, cheers for clicking on the video. So this video is about our triggers. So most people don't want to hear this. Obviously this is just my perspective of how I see things, but you know, so like in this, where we're at as a society, just there's a lot of pent up stuff, a lot of things we're holding on to, and because we're holding on to a lot of stuff, right, and that means that we're not letting it process, letting it go through, so it's gonna be there. And you know, I'll give you an example like of triggers, like, you know, someone in a road rage, right? Like someone can do the smallest thing to them and it just sets off this bomb, right? Because that anger and hatred was already there, right? It was already there. It's just that something triggered it, right? And then we're using that trigger as a blame for these feelings, and you know, we're blaming other people for our own feelings. And you know, I guess like for me as well, I feel I trigger a lot of people. I feel for the greatest good, but you know, some people don't see that, whereas like it's like sometimes you can bring up certain things in people, like insecurities, just anything, like anything that people are keeping bottled down. Things trigger that, right? People can trigger that, and then like we have perspective, we have a choice of like this takes radical perspective, right? Of seeing that you getting triggered and inflicting some emotional charge, right? For me, I see that as a blessing. Not all the time, right? You know, I'm not like this perfect person, right? But I see that as a blessing because it's showing me, it's revealing within me parts where I'm still holding on to things, whether that be like deep-rooted anger, resentment, insecurities. So like if we can see it as a blessing, and like this is for people that are actually want to heal and actually want to start letting go of these things that are keeping them in these limited states, because that's what these things are like. They keep us in these limited states, these things we hold on to, like resentment, like hatred, insecurities, unworthiness. And when we're triggered by life, especially like through awakening, it's like we're just triggered like constantly. It's like life is just throwing us everything, like life's throwing us everything to pull out all those things, right? So it's triggering us. It's triggering us everywhere, like in all aspects of ourselves. It's triggering us, bringing up that shadow. It's bringing up that shadow for us to see. And you know, either we can choose to be a victim of that, or we can start working with that and seeing that life's actually blessing us in showing us where we're limited, where we're limiting ourselves, what's holding us in a certain frequency and holding us in a box. So I guess to work with that, we've got to like accept that these feelings, these things that are being triggered, right? It's about learning to more like hold space for those things and allow those things to come up, and not be so like, and not blame external things for these feelings, because the external triggers, they're just a trigger. They're not like that feeling's already within you and it's being triggered by a circumstance. So we can't, like, we can blame it all we want, but realistically it was already something within us that's just being brought to the surface. So so I guess to really work with this more, it's more about clearing away all the opinions you have and the judgments you have of why you're being triggered and why is life doing this to me, and slowly you start to see that these things are a blessing. And even if you like, it feels uncomfortable, like to the max, right? Sometimes, because it's bringing out all the shit that you don't want to see. It's bringing out all the messy stuff you don't want to see, and it's uncomfortable. I won't tell you it's not uncomfortable. I won't tell you, because for me it's like the most uncomfortable person, like a human, most uncomfortable thing a human can do, like going to the depth of yourself and going into like that shadow and alchemizing it and seeing it and bringing it to the light. Like when we do that, instead of just put blame on things around us and shovel it back down, or instead of doing all that, we can start to actually feel these things and allow them to be there. And then we bring the light to them, we bring our conscious awareness to them, and we start to free ourselves more and more, and we start to open our hearts more. We're able to feel more joy and gratitude, love, for ourselves, for the world around us, the people around us. So I'm just sending this message to anyone that feels that life may be triggering you, because I guess like we're always triggered, right? To a certain degree. Sorry, there's a car going past. But like we're always getting triggered by things, and if we can have the perspective of these triggers showing us something, because they're revealing something within us, and we can choose to blame that. And when we do that, when we choose to blame the triggers, right, when we start to blame those things, we're not doing anything to bring like a semblance of balance with these things. We're just putting them back down, throwing them under the rug, and we're not really doing anything to work with these things. So I guess this is about bringing more conscious awareness to these things and changing your perspective, your beliefs, because that's what it's about. Like, it's so easy to have a belief of like being in victim of life, and why is life doing this to me? Why is life bringing me these situations that are like bringing up all this mess and all this hurt and all this stuff? And like, it can be a lot. It can be very heavy. It can be very chaotic. But the more we work with that, the more we allow these things to come up and we work with them, we be more nurturing with them, the more we're freeing ourselves from them. We're freeing ourselves from this density, this heaviness, this like sadness, all these things, all these heavy things that we've held on to. And as a society, I see it in everyone. Almost everyone. I guess everyone that I see, right, has these things they're holding on to. So yeah. And I just want to let you know, like, once you're out of a lot of this, once you've cleared a lot of these dense energies, you're so much more lighter. You're able to process things with more clarity, and it's like you're so grateful for yourself in that you allowed yourself to feel these things, and you removed the false beliefs about them, and that you did the work, and then the gratitude in your heart and the light in your heart you have, in that you've done so much for yourself and the world around you. Like, it's amazing. So just sending this out to anyone that feels that life's triggering them, or I've been there. I've been there a lot. And it can be a lot. So like, I empathize with anyone that feels like they're going through like a bit of chaos, or just know that whatever those situations are inflicting within you, it's life showing you where you can more readily work on yourself. You can more bring conscious awareness to certain things and release certain things and process certain things, so that you don't have these heavy things that you're carrying around all the time. We can choose to feel these things and release these things, and be more light and be lighter in our lives and more joyous. So I think I'll leave it there. Appreciate you for clicking on the video. Let me know if you made it this far. I really appreciate anyone that's watching my videos. It means a lot. So you have my love, you have my gratitude. Appreciate you. Thank you. See ya.